Hi, and welcome to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris.
My name is Nick, and today, Chris, we are talking about 4 projects that could return $4 million on your investment. This is a fantastic video, Chris, that's going to be really interesting to a lot of our viewers, I think.
Definitely.
Right, so as always, guys, if you find this useful and informative, go ahead and smash that like button. Chris really does appreciate it. I really appreciate it as well as everybody else who is already a part of the Cheeky Crypto community. And as always, guys, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you'll be kept up to date with all of the videos and live streams that we do here on Cheeky Crypto. Right, Chris, shall we jump over to the desktop and take a look at some of these projects that we think when combined, could net us down $4 million.
Yeah, let's get straight into this, Nick.
Fantastic. Right. So here we are, just on Excel document. Easy way to kind of document this stuff out. So the very first project, Chris, in our list here is XRP. So this is one of the no-brainer ones to go to, really, isn't it? Obviously splits opinions massively depending on which camp you're sitting in, but we diversify across I don't know, 20 or so different crypto projects. So we're big fans of XRP and the things that they're trying to do in the real world, because ultimately utility does matter, specifically for these longer term investments. We are no day traders. We're not interested.
Definitely not, and we're definitely in camp diversify.
Definitely.
That's for certain.
So the XRP price is currently set at 43 cents, okay? So that's after a recent rally up, but I imagine that there's a lot of people watching this video now who are already heavily invested in XRP and potentially purchased this way down when it was like 15 cents. So you're already enjoying a lot of a very green, healthy wallet. So, yeah, there's more to come. Don't you worry. So let's have a look. How many do we think you're going to need? We think we're going to need about 20,000 XRP in order to achieve this 4 million target. Okay. And therefore, if we were to buy all 20,000 today, that would be an $8,677 investment. Okay. But obviously, I've already got that secure. You've already got that secure. I think we're good. However, if you're new to the space, then you're thinking about these things, not financial advice, but yeah, it's an illustration of the kind of money that we might be talking about. So now, when it comes to valuations, Chris, and XRP is one of those, I guess, projects that has a lot of speculation around it. And we've seen people quoting, upwards of $1,100 or $1,000, $500, etc. We were trying to be really conservative with our valuations in here. So, don't hate on us just because this is lower than what you think XRP can go. This is a deliberately low to try to make this as super realistic as we can. And be conservative. We do think that XRP could achieve a much higher value than we are listing here. But also, if anyone who thinks that this is a stretch, that's fine. That's your opinion. I have mine as well. So let's continue. Let's see what kind of future valuation we're giving this. We believe that $50 is easily achievable by XRP. And it's achievable for many different reasons, mainly because we believe that cross-border payments and regulations, all those things will be solved in due course, and the frictions that have been there in XRP will potentially just disappear. So those 3 things that we talk about specifically for XRP are all about regulations, liquidity, and volatility. Okay, so things that prevent the mainstream banks from adopting XRP along with the ODL is they want regulations over what XRP is going to be classed as, so that they can easily trade it, and utilize it as it was intended. They also need to make sure that it's not as volatile as it is currently. Volatility in something like XRP could be problematic for banks. And obviously there needs to be enough liquidity in order to actually support what they're trying to achieve with XRP. So once all 3 of those things are solved, which all 3 are being worked on, we've got SBI working on volatility, Ripple working on ODL and liquidity, and we have all sorts of governments around the world working on frameworks and regulations around the space. So we do believe that by 2025, a lot of that stuff is going to be put to bed, and we'll see a world where XRP is actually being used for what it was created for. Okay, so ultimately this will net down then for us a $1 million return on investment. If we purchase those 20,000, it gets to $50, then that basically, simple math, will get us to 1 million. Okay, so that's the first project, Chris. Anything you want to add to XRP?
No, just a great team, great project overall. Just, yeah, one of my favorites and my second biggest bag.
Fantastic. Right. So going on to the second project then, this is ADA, or Cardano, and this is another fantastic project, Chris, that I can see just slipping in there and taking over the world of smart contracts. And I no doubt there will be people hating in the comments below, saying that Ethereum can never be overthrown. However, until Ethereum can prove that they're able to deliver, then I think Cardano is one of the bigger sharks circling the ever so sinking ship that is Cardano. So with that said,
Cardano, you mean Ethereum?
Ethereum, yeah, definitely Ethereum. So Ethereum is struggling massively. I think the constant delays to 2.0 is causing a massive amount of problems, and if they fail to deliver it in Q1, which we think they probably will, and Cardano is able to deliver everything that they're suggesting they're going to on their roadmap, then ultimately it's going to be a very different landscape for Ethereum going forward. So Cardano currently has a price of 13 cents. And, I think if we were to go ahead and buy 20,000 ADA coins at 13 cents, then, our investment is $2,623 and 50, $2,623.50. That's what I meant to say. Right. So ultimately, we think that Cardano has a lot of potential in the future price. And so we think this could reach $100. Now, this seems really out of kilter to XRP, but bear with me. XRP, is fantastic, and we've already kind of said that we think that's undervalued here, even in this valuation. But Cardano here, I think this is a decent number to be aiming for. It might be higher, might be slightly lower, but hear me out for 2 moments. So Cardano has the ERC20 converter, meaning that anyone on Ethereum can transfer straight over to Cardano very, very quickly and smoothly. They give them 3 different ways to go about doing it, and it couldn't be simpler. ADA and Cardano, they also rewrote everything from the ground up, including the smart contract template system. So Ethereum has problems in terms of a copy and pasting solution, which is never a solution to anything. You don't want to be copying and pasting, but basically smart contracts are in essence are just a copy and paste scenario in Ethereum's world. But Cardano have created a whole smart contract templated system written in a whole new language that basically makes it a lot easier for people to actually create smart contracts without any decent knowledge required. So these templates that they've created opened up the doors to DeFi to a whole host of new areas. So that's fantastic, and those things drive this price forward. The other thing that we bear in mind here is that 60%, over 60% of ADA tokens are staked and therefore not being sold. And as a result, the remaining 40% is in higher demand. So as this gets bigger and bigger and bigger, then ultimately, the more will get staked, the less that will be available to purchase, and the demand will be so high, the price will increase. So for those reasons, we think we could easily achieve and see a $100 ADA. But there's probably a whole host of people that believe even that is undervalued, and it could go much higher. But with that said, that could generate us, if we do see a $100 valuation here, that could see us with $2 million. Okay, anything you want to add to Cardano, Chris?
No, again, probably going to get loads of abuse in the the comments, but yeah, it's just a fantastic project. Again, one both Nick and myself are heavily invested in, and yeah, you could say that the Cheeky Crypto channel is becoming more of an ADA channel, but I don't think that's actually the case. I think there's just 2 or 3 really standout projects, and ADA is one of them.
Absolutely. So if we come down here, we go and look at the 4th project here, which is VeChain. So VeChain is a fantastic project again, Chris. with huge potential in the future. So it obviously started off on Ethereum and left for good reason. They're unable to kind of scale it to the level that they needed to. And obviously the gas prices and all sorts of other issues. So they basically left Ethereum and created their own blockchain. So VeChain for blockchain is what they've called it, and it's a dual token system. They have the VET token and the V4 token. Okay, V4 is the fuel that you use on the network. So every time you want to create a block, it will cost you V4, and VET is the token that is used as the currency. Okay, and you stake VET in order to generate V4. Okay? So this is currently trading at 1 cent. So really low value, and we think that you could easily acquire 100,000 of these. Okay, so that gives you an investment level of $1,334.85. Okay, now 100,000, VET. You might think, okay, well, for something that is 100 billion in circulate as a total supply, is that really a significant amount? And well, we think 100,000 is enough for the everyday person, but me and Chris, we both have much higher aspirations for VeChain and target 1 million coins as a requirement. But that's because we are seeking much more in terms of wealth generation level. Is what you say, Chris?
Yeah, generational wealth is what we're here for, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah, absolutely. And before I go on to valuations, it's more worth noting that VeChain is also now dabbling in the entertainment business, as well as a bit of DeFi as well. So there's now movements happening with VeChain that could see this explode in the coming months. And the whole tokenomics of the project is also of interest, because basically you're incentivized to use the blockchain properly. You're incentivized to stake VET. And these businesses who are currently partnered up with VeChain, such as BMW, Renault, Walmart, China, and a whole host of other luxury brands, including H&M, etc., they're incentivized to stake VET in order to earn the V4 that they are needing to use the blockchain. Okay, so we've seen big players basically just hoard the VET, which will generate the V4. So basically it becomes almost like a cost neutral exercise with just an asset kicking in the background. So what we see the future looking like is the more partners that VeChain bring on board, the more likely it is that most of the VET is actually just going to get staked and won't be available for sale. And that will push up the price in the future. And there's a whole host of different price predictions, if you will, for VET. And you can search all over the internet and you get a whole host of different answers. And it all depends on what level you're comfortable with in thinking what money might flow into the project. But we've seen people saying it could reach $80, and people are saying it'd be lucky if it reaches $1. But I think $1 is just a very small amount of money in the long run, and that won't be a problem. But for this example here, what we've done is we've given it a valuation of $8. Okay, so 10% of that higher value of $80. But I still think this is on the lower end of things. So ultimately, this then makes us look like a total of $800,000 there, Chris, coming in. Mm. So I think this is something it's a real interest to just note. So the last project then, Chris, the last one that we're looking at here is Hedera Hashgraph, HBAR. And this is something that we do speak about occasionally, but it's a bit of an underdog, a bit of an unknown entity, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this one's a much longer term hold, but yeah, I really do like this project. And again, a sleeping giant is how I would describe this one.
Absolutely. So this is currently valued at 3 cents, and we think if you were to purchase 10,000 of these, you could have to invest in the range of $325. Okay, and we think the value could be somewhere in the range of $20 in the future. Hedera Hashgraph is not your stereotypical blockchain. This is a totally different aspect on it. It's kind of the thing that adapts as and changes with the project as it evolves. So well worth doing some reading up on Hedera Hashgraph and HBAR. I think this is fantastic and has a lot of potential in the future. It's governed by quite a few big entities as well, Chris.
Yeah, it is, and I guess one other thing to mention is we've done quite a few videos and streams on Hedera Hashgraph. So do take a look at those if this is a project you want more information on.
Absolutely. So with this, we're looking at saying, okay, we could potentially achieve a 200K return on investment, and therefore, our total investment for these 4 projects would be just under $13,000, so 12,961, and we think that could actually bring back down and bring us in $4 million in the longer term. So guys, those are the 4 projects that we are kind of focusing in on in order to kind of generate $4 million. Chris, anything you want to add to this?
Just really solid projects, Nick, in my opinion. And obviously none of this is financial advice, it's just our opinion. But we've been really conservative with what we think the price predictions are likely to be. And yeah, it's a long-term hold. This isn't something that we're saying is going to make you $4 million end of year 2021. This is as long-term investors would say, it's a long-term investment, and that's what we're into, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah, absolutely. We're not interested in day trading or short-term things. We want things that we can kind of purchase up nice and cheap today, hold it for maybe 5-10 years, and then see where we are back then. And we do a lot of research into projects before we get to into the investment stage. We want to make sure that these things have longevity to them. And all of the ones that we spoke about today, all 4 of those, XRP, ADA, VET, and HBAR, are coins that we have confidence in being around in the next 10 years. So as always, guys, if you found this useful and informative, do go ahead and smash that like button. Chris really does appreciate it. And as always, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with all of the videos and live streams that we do here on the Cheeky Crypto channel. And with that said, we hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah, take care, everyone.